What's good, Rayo? Stoner holiday, solid since the very first day. Time to let the vapor sway.
I just cracked a brand new jar of that premium flower. Purple crystal so dense it give you absolute power. Excuse me, I think the smoke is getting too heavy. Never too heavy, never too heavy, keep it steady. I just invested in the stash, that's a whole crop. Roll up, clear the mind, let the NB drop. So much gas, young stoner, he floating away. Never too much leave, I'm serious, we do this all day. Yeah, quarter ounce, half an ounce, once I roll it I spark it. Quarter ounce, half an ounce, navigating the market. Quarter ounce, half an ounce, this is not an illusion. Vapor cloud so thick it's causing mental confusion. Yeah, for real, we the ones who grew it. We the ones who trended the strain, everybody knew it. Started from the greenhouse, now they watching with envy. My buzz drawing attention, sticky resin like honey. Pockets full of cookie, back I'm paying in the sea. But I won't give her a crumb, we just drift to the beat. Rose gold, grinder spinning, oh what a beautiful feeling. I'ma let you chase the stress, but I'm staring at the ceiling. I chose to get elevated, that was my own decision. Pouring up the organic fluid, blurring out my vision. 200 in the cocoons, twisted up before the session. They told me I couldn't chill, now I'm teaching them a lesson. People smiling in your face, but they want your crowd to fail. Half an ounce in the paper, heavy vapor on the trail. This that pristine lifestyle, plain Jane with the aesthetic. They think this vibe is new, but our status is prophetic. Talking about smoking loud, but you don't even know the source. If you wanna feel this wave, let nature take its course. I just cracked a brand new jar of that premium flower. Purple crystal so dense, it give you absolute power. Excuse me, I think the smoke is getting too heavy. Never too heavy, never too heavy, keep it steady. I just invested in the stash, that's a whole crop. Roll up, clear the mind, let the NB drop. So much gas, young stoner, he floating away. Never too much leaf, I'm serious, we do this all day. Yeah, this ain't even no stash in the room. Never too much smoke to clear out the gloom. This ain't even half the harvest we keep. Never too much flour to put the mind to sleep. Lil Rayo on the track, keys on the piano. You know how we do it in a smokehouse scenario. Never too much purple, never too much haze. All these elements got us stuck in the days. Look at the atmosphere shifting over there so smooth. Custom glass piece on the table matching the groove. We just brought 8 different strains to the function. Know you're stressed out, time to clear the conjunction. I just cracked a brand new jar of that premium flower. Purple crystal so dense it give you absolute power. Excuse me, I think the smoke is getting too heavy. Never too heavy, never too heavy, keep it steady. I just invested in the stash, that's a whole crop. Roll up, clear the mind, let the NB drop. So much gas, young stoner, he floating away. Never too much leaf, I'm serious, we do this all day.
Would you drift away? Would you drift away?
Hey, I know this might sound crazy to admit to you, but would you still be down if I packed up and flew? I know you think this cloudy lifestyle is completely insane, but we stay true to the roots while we accumulated change. I know the outer world can never comprehend this strain. We make the green harvest sing a beautiful refrain. In every state we cruise through, they recognize the name, because we keep the circle tight, never playing their game. Posted with the smoke crew, pull up with the smoke crew, suit up with the smoke crew. Yeah, we reppin' the smoke, walking with the smoke crew, floating with the smoke crew, ride out with the smoke crew. Always keep the herbal rotation alive. Yeah. Always keep the herbal rotation alive. Catching the vibe, catching the vibe. Always keep the herbal rotation alive. Catching the vibe, whole lot of stoner logic, let the essence arrive. Whole lot of stoner logic, let the essence arrive. Yeah. She stood completely still when that heavy purple haze rolled in. Custom performance vehicle hogging up the lanes again. She clears her senses when she catches that organic scent. I lift the butterfly doors up, completely content. After the session concludes, we initiate heavy rotation. At the entrance of the sanctuary, we require pure isolation. No digital interference allowed, keep the atmosphere clear. I'm far too elevated to be dealing with the static out here. That's exactly what we established, the link with the grower for. And all I really want is to recline and ignore the roar. And all I really really want is clear skies and a pristine view. Pulling the strings on the pack, breaking it down with the crew. Got the keys to the greenhouse where the ideas grew. Take me back to the laboratory where the ambient frequencies blend. I can see the path clearly from beginning to the end. Reconnecting with the founders, that's the primary goal. Just sitting back watching the vapor take full control. Spinning the automated teeth on the grinder. She claimed she was down for the lifestyle, but I had to remind her honestly, I just need to know if your energy is aligned. Ain't trying to waste a single minute of this elevated time. It's time to let the unnecessary distractions just pass. Gotta get back to the studio and evaluate the mass. I can't be losing my focus over temporary friction. Married to the botanical lifestyle, that's my only.
Keep the herbal rotation live.
Suit up with the smoke crew, suit up with the smoke crew.
Always keep the herbal rotation live.
Yeah, we reppin' the smoke crew, we reppin' the smoke crew. Hit the atmosphere with that cloud. Always reppin' the ultimate crowd.
Always taping the ultimate crowd.
Yeah, pure white crystal ash, yeah. Dense green nugs in my hand, yeah. Lost in the purple hazes, floating like a phantom ghost through the room. Dipped in a deep state of trance, yeah. Alright. 10 heavy stoners in the van, yeah. The sweet exotic aroma makes her leap, yeah. Shh, keep it low key, not a squeak. Straight up. Custom coupe idling outside. She asking if she can ride the wave. Bust down diamond grinder with the premium urban side. Riding round the Metropolitan grid with the papers roll tight. Brain completely frozen from the cold winter climate. Blessed by the universe, I guess I'm chosen to lead the session. Blowing on that heavy indica straight down from Oakland. Chilling in my vintage old school lowrider sideshow. High performance machinery, we don't crash the luxury ride. I was completely elevated, leaning back. The atmosphere was hitting the perfect mark. Caught a private ride straight back to the cultivation spot. Cashing out on some entirely brand new designer treat. Look, I surround myself with nothing but absolute loyalty. Swear to God, I'm the one my girl just might propose to me. In a circle full of master creators, none of us needed a degree. No. Rose up from the underground soil, now the copycats are trying to bury me. I lean, I sway, keeping the frequency locked all day. I provide the vibe and hardly take you, try to level up. I just levitate you, nothing but a culture vulture, a total poser, hungry for exposure. I'm standing with my stoner souls, just completely gone in the atmosphere. Pure white crystal ash, yeah. Dense green nugs in my hand, yeah. Lost in the purple haze, yeah. Floating like a phantom ghost through the room. Dipped in a deep state of trance, yeah. 10 heavy stoners in the van, yeah. The sweet exotic aroma makes her leap, yeah. Shh, keep it low key, not a squeak, yeah. Organic fluid color pink. Dirty storage jars, we wash them clean. The custom vehicle got wings. Posted up on the block with the greenhouse kings. Occupying the ultimate peak, sitting on top like a 2-8. We don't play no childish games, no 2K digital play. Rolling out the heavy leaf inside the blue flame. Pulling out the garage like Bruce Wayne in the night.
Pulling down the velvet curtains to the back of the Mulsanne. Flawless pair van minerals on my set. Watching the world clipping high def. Running straight to the vacuum, seal back like Usain on the track. When I finally lay my head down to rest, the perimeter is heavily protected, yeah. Cruising a high-end strip down in Miami Beach.
Ferrari.
Allocated a solid 120 for the pristine rose for leaf. Capture the essence of the night for permanent keeps, yeah. Back-to-back luxury transport, moving like an Elise in the cage. Check the balance on the sheet, the raw assets are about to double up. High caliber hardware sitting nearby with the drum attachment. When I glance down at my wrist, the mental block looks like a hockey puck. When I connect with a companion, we elevate the frequency instantly. Pour that premium organic syrup right over the ice, leaving my subconscious dreams fully covenized. Only wearing eternity bands. There ain't no wife in the picture, just trying to clear all the external demons out of my sight. Man, we don't do no hiding, the operation is completely straight. I'm talking giant portions of the finest steak on a plate. The spectators are watching closely because they scoping the layout. Geeked off the natural terpene profile, they all focused on the plot. Sipping on natural botanical tea, letting the chemical dependencies fade away. The competition out here must be joking with the weak claims. We don't accept the package if the potency is lacking. Look at my wrist, the fluid flow looks like it came from the deep ocean. I'm just laughing in the corner, never catching the cool lacking. Never lasting momentum, flipping the premium product like gymnastics. Wrapping the heavyweight securely up in the plastic. Let Letting the flower smoke and tally down to the ash, observing the environment. Seeing which strain is gonna be the loudest. I select a being choice and immediately spark it. In 22 cents, we don't pass the low quality, we just trash it.
Pure white crystal ash, yeah. Dense green nugs in my hand, yeah. Lost in the purple hazes. Floating like a phantom ghost through the room. Dipped in a deep state of trance, yeah. Alright. 10 heavy stoners in the van, yeah. The sweet exotic aroma makes a leap, yeah. Shh, keep it low key, not a squeeze. Straight up.
Organic fluid, color pink. Dirty storage jars, we wash them clean. The custom vehicle got wings. Posted up on the block with the greenhouse kings. Occupying the ultimate peak. Sitting on top like a toupee. We don't play no childish games, no 2K digital play. Rolling up the heavy leaf inside the blue flame. Pulling out the garage like Bruce Wayne in the night.
The room is clouded, 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 clouded. Completely hazy, covered in a thick layer of smoke. Vapor. The grinder is loaded up, the selection is custom. Fresh harvest. We just wrote a giant backward with the day one sparking. Break it down, twist it up, light it up, pass it down. Pure THC crystals looking dense like gold nuggets. Crystals pulling up on the competent and unexpectedly. Pull up. We don't step inside the venue if the quality is regular. The environment is clouded, 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 clouded. Completely hazy, covered in a thick layer of smoke. Vapor. The grinder is loaded up, the selection is custom. Fresh harvest. We just wrote a giant backward with the day one spark it. Break it down, twist it up, light it up, pass it down. Pure THC crystals looking dense like gold nuggets. Pull them up on the competent unexpectedly. We don't step inside the venue if the quality is regular. Swimming through a sea of green like a professional diver. Too many heavy bag inside the backpack, maintaining the focus. Run up the organic milestones, executing my daily routine. I drop a solid 4 ounces of serve directly into the beverage. She wanted to join the circle because of the elevated status. The delivery drivers move completely undetected through the streets. Keep it quiet, everything remains strictly low-key. Discreet. Here we got the Abertonic scales out on the table. Glacier Pheno, Northern Lights, frozen turpin profile, vanilla cream wrapper. This is not the counterfeit supply. Frozen nugs, frosty trichomes, completely numbing the senses. Put this premium joint in rotation, change the whole atmosphere. 5 million on the valuation, that's what the spreadsheet indicated. Millions put the fake stoners to sleep, you nothing but a pretender. Sleep. Leave the unaligned critics behind for the wild out to handle. That's exactly what you earn when your product is counterfeit. The smoke rings are rising directly up to the ceiling fan. We leave a massive gap in the market, changing the industry. Spinning the automated grinder like a crazy tornado. The master grower keeps the operation smooth like a feeling. Pounds of exotic flowers stashed away in the laboratory structure. We handle the transactions with high level encryption. Cause I don't get the same precision when utilizing basic. Cause when stuffing the dense nugs in the airtight vacuum seal tubes. Yeah, I got a secure plug managing the wholesale production line. Keep $250,000 stashed away inside the studio mattress. They gave the entire private venue a completely new aesthetic. Feeling my feet up on the furniture, totally relaxed and faded. Tucking the RZA packs away, telling the distraction to move out. Transforming the lifestyle into a high-end masterpiece. They know the reputation, they know the frequency. The room is clouded, 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 clouded. Completely hazy, covered in a thick layer of smoke. Vapor. The grinder is loaded up, the selection is custom. Fresh harvest. We just wrote a giant backward with the day one spark it. Break it down, twist it up, light it up, pass it down. Pure THC crystals looking dense like gold nuggets. Crystals pulling up on the composite unexpectedly. Pull up. We don't step inside the venue if the quality is regular. The environment is clouded, 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 clouded. Completely hazy, covered in a thick layer of smoke. Vapor. The grinder is loaded up, the selection is custom. Fresh harvest. We just wrote a giant backward with the day one spark it. Break it down, twist it up, light it up, pass it down. Pure THC crystals looking dense like gold nuggets. Crystals pulling up on the composite unexpectedly. We don't step inside the venue if the quality is regular. Pay zero attention to the low value operator. Low lane. Navigate strictly through your own strategic lane. Flooded the entire studio room with that heavy gas. Yeah. Then we finalize the major investment structures. More green. All of a sudden, sudden. All of a sudden, the underlying competition is staring with intensity. The original growers start loading up the heavy distribution channels. The copycats start running far away from the heavy pressure. The elegant companion keeps coming back to the session because she prefers the premium
elevated lifestyle. We cultivated a total bomb strain in the backyard. Our high performance coupe accelerates way too fast like Sonic. Place the designer luxury bag right on the shoulder, fresh. And I take her on an international across the borders. The silent extraction equipment operates completely smoothly, executing the moves like a top tier professional organ action, giving the master of operations the ultimate green light. Go.
Ray on the beat.
Turn the monitor up at the sub, baby. Yeah, rolling up that heavy pressure, man.
Stoner move fully activated. Exotic, yeah. It's a real exotic strain. 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 Love to see the smoke cloud look unique. I call that CC. Yeah. It's a real exotic strain. Know the room gon' need it. I turn the session to a heavy plane. It's a real exotic strain. Gas. It's a real exotic strain. It's a real exotic strain. It's a real exotic strain. It blends with the models and all the gold bottles. And we chasing the spark for the ultimate bottles. And we roll it for hours under botanical powers. And for more elevated heights, we let the smoke devour. Drop that pen, leave the digital trace behind. Put the flame to the leaf, let the navigation realign. I'm sharing with my closest friend. Yeah, it's a real exotic strain. Park the vehicle, pulling up on the east side. Get the distribution straightened out just for me. The harvest is a beast. My custom grinder breaking down a beast. I can put a master grower right by the window. The whole neighborhood gon' smell the cookie. The crew got a giant reputation on the block. There ain't no telling how far the network goes. Ain't no telling how far the network goes. Ain't no telling. I get we avoided the stress a lot because we keep our records completely clean. No felon. The strain is a beast. Yeah. Matter of fact, the whole collective is a beast. Break it down, feast. Break it down, feast. Run it up. Pat it for leak. Watch keeping the time slow. Pat it. Stoner lifestyle requires a heavy cash flow. Lifestyle. We operating like a beast. We a real collective of beasts. Yeah. We a real collective of beasts. We a real collective of beasts. Yeah. The atmosphere is unique. Got the heavy diamond and crystal piece. Matching the rate for me. Right. When I saw the custom timepiece on the wrist, the momentum got weak. Ooh. Break down the nugs, break them down smooth. The strain is a freak. Yeah, organic smoke in the air all week. Yeah. My daily rotations on constant repeat. The vapor trail splash and drift through the sheets. You can accumulate the major financing if you want to. Cruising the back streets effortlessly on a mongoose. Right. Moving with absolute precision like kung fu. If your circle lacking motivation, you stuck to. Real. Absorbing the essence like a medical syringe. Whoa. About to shed a new harvest with a closest friend. Hey. He thought the natural terpene profile sitting at a 10. The high performance coupe traveling too fast in the wind. All them up here get sitting right on the arm. See sport car flying past the alarm. Ferrari. The competition out here looks incredibly sweet. While the whole brotherhood continue eat. Yeah, we gon' manage the entire layout without a hitch. Pristine white out painted, keeping it elite. She appreciate the vibe, we let the worry delete. Ballin' through the sector like the top directors. Unbuckle the luxury travel bag. Ooh, we generated 20 million at the minimum line. Equity value just went up, increased over time. I'm blocking out the negative energy, capiche? They tryna create friction on my name. All of the crystal clarity, water clarity. How can I breathe under all this ice? Water. Hop in a private charter jet, flying high with no physical wing. Yeah, it's a real exotic strain. It's a real exotic strain. It's a real exotic strain. Pristine. It's a real exotic strain. But it's a real exotic strain. Heavy. It's a real exotic strain. Love to see the smoke cloud look unique. I call that CC. Yeah. It's a real exotic strain. Top shelf. Know the room gon' need. I turn the session to a heavy plane. It's a real exotic strain. It's a real exotic strain. It's a real exotic strain. She associate with top model, and we drinking out a bottle. Accelerating the engine to full throttle, and the volume is a problem. No artificial element, just pure smoke to swallow. For the digital media following, she a gobble. Yeah, it's a real exotic strain. Yeah, real exotic strain. The vibe is pleasing. Let the relaxation take the lead. High speed, mental flight. She drifting away with me.
High performance machinery, switch the vehicle calibration straight into sport. The elegant companion is exceptional. Spark the raw cone ride on support. The competition is completely basic, never participated in this elite league. Pull up to the secure facility, launching the enterprise without a single fatigue. The organic botanical fluid tastes incredibly sweet like a carnival treat. Navigating straight to the penthouse peak, completely skipping the baseline street. Overcame the external limitations, left the old structural anxiety behind. Shifting the gears smoothly, keeping the operation permanently aligned. Overcome the internal friction and connect with the main syndicate. We executing massive donut maneuvers down the private industrial aerospace, sitting remarkably high up in the ultimate executive viewing section. Feeling like we can literally fly past any regular detection. Check the premium flower jar, the crop is thoroughly certified. Taking the unnecessary elements out of the atmosphere to keep it purified. Walk straight into the flagship facility, carrying a raw financial load. The atmosphere is completely altered, there is no returning to the old code. Check the premium flower jar, the crop is thoroughly certified. Taking the unnecessary elements out of the atmosphere to keep it purified. Walk straight into the flagship facility, carrying a raw financial load. A high-end custom transport vehicle arrival imported to the block. This season's exotic extraction profile is pure white inside the box. The bright green Lamborghini model is gliding smoothly like an armored tortoise, operating beyond basic human constraints. The legacy is completely immortal. The custom paddock and Audemars Piguet, watch it look like pure melted water. Allocated a solid 100,000 for the advancement of my senora. The massive pinky rock looks like smooth premium concentrated butter in the air. Elements of dense yellow gold, shaped like heavy nuggets. The very moment the private ledger touches down on the secure runway, the timepieces are completely saturated, crystals reflecting the sun rated. Then the highest gear configuration inside the custom performance ride. The vertical butterfly doors are open wide, leaving all constraints outside. The presentation is incredibly high-end, keep the generic crowd far away. Master of illusion, making the entire supply smoothie disappear in a day. Depress the acceleration pedal, watch the green vapor trail spark from behind. It's a permanent race to secure the capital. The millions are fully aligned, navigating the natural rhythm smoothly like a professional stunt driver. There's absolutely zero chance of a previous partner remaining a survivor. I highly appreciate when the strategic operation expands international territory, because the focus intensifies significantly when we finalize the growth story. I get completely energized when the project initiates the setup. I activate the partner's executive drive every time we step up. I suggested to the board members just the other afternoon, we should fully document the masterclass layout very soon. Yeah, the primary strategist is back, let the record be clear. I don't wanna hear complaints about structural changes this year. The exact same individuals who speak down on our operational layout are the very same ones seeking the formal invitation to the payout. The competition out here is definitely not matching their verbal claims. Their strategy is completely low value, playing superficial digital games. The exact same entities that were launching criticisms from the sideline are now reaching out desperately, trying to realign with my timeline. Why would I involve the enterprise in temporary low-level friction when I can simply acquire a brand new high-performance transport edition? You claim the adversary is gonna execute a move from that direction. That is definitely not coming from a validated or reliable source connection. So provide the update. Have you observed the movement of the opposition? Let me finalize the layout configuration for this current position. Operating like the premier queen of the local trap market structure, provide a natural fuel to accelerate past the industry rupture. High performance machinery, switch the vehicle calibration straight into sport. The elegant companion is exceptional, spark the raw cone ride on support. The competition is completely basic, never participated in this elite league. Pull up to the secure facility, launching the enterprise without a single fatigue.
Got a clay out velvet texture inside whip. Jotted in buzz, let the ashtray drip. Chromium herbal compound burning, aromas are remarkably sweet.
No synthetic mixtures allowed. The setup is complete. Never need a map. Riding this cosmic wave. Blowing on loud, flower deep in the days. Hit the slow pedal, heading that way now. Rolling up wallpapers every single day, yeah. Nobody sits with us if they energy fake in the greenhouse kitchen. Too much at stake. Got the green jars looking extra giant today. Cruising through city streets, super defiant we stay. Passing all the limits, we cross the line. All these stoners elevated, looking so damn fine. Lock up the stash, keep it safe flow. Grab another vacuum bag, head out the door. We can just slide if you really want. Turn the bass low if you really want. Light another fresh cone if you want to. Hop out the coupe, see what they do. Big stoner, mood active when we step inside. Smoking on heavy diesel, nowhere left to hide. Elevating up so high, do it for vibe. 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 The higher we climb, darker the window shade. Look at this lifestyle that the brotherhood made. Top shelf selections only, we only want pure. Smoking on heavy indica that I'm sure. Acknowledge the master builders, kings of the smoke. Breaking down sticky nooks till the grinder broke. Light up organic leaf, pass it right around. Walking through pure luxury, feet on the ground. Ice on the bezel, frozen and completely cold. Come to the sanctuary, watch the story unfold. Setting the ultimate trend, we opening major doors. We don't care at all what they hating for. We do it for culture, do it for real. Soaring above the clouds, beautiful French will of the EB feel. Organic botanical compounds, only holding it down permanently. Yeah. Only holding it down permanently. Blowing big smoke clouds, smells like a dream. Flooding the entire cabin, you know the theme. Dispersing the green vapor ghosts in the dark. Leaving the vintage vibe every time we spark. High performance vehicle interior, looking extra hazy now. Oh, this is addict terpene, making her lazy now. Nobody can check prescription on a core crew. Flawless behavior always displayed. See what we do. Enter the private suite. Green on the table, we got the power. Don't need a label, you uninvited people cannot sit in this executive chair. Recline on the couch, blowing smoke in there. Custom new watch face, looking so bright tonight. She rolling up blunts, rest of the night. The inventory looking rare. Extra unique design here. We bringing the heat every day a year. She is a beast, rolling up the weed. Searching for thick clouds, that's all we need. Keep all external drama away from the crew. Count up the blessings, see what we do. Elevating up so high, do it for vibe. 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 Smoking that sticky resin straight from the coast. Floating right past them, they seeing a ghost. Saying goodbye to noise on the street. Blowing this pure gas, makes trouble with tree instantly. Bouncing the custom truck, system down, low down. Wrapping the fresh packs ready for the town. Started from simple seeds, now at the top. Surrounded by closest family, never gonna stop now. Yeah, we hold down, keeping it completely sound. Zero attention paid to people standing around out there just to dedicate and stone the smoke out the roof. If you need supervisor, find me in the booth. Yeah. Keep it rotating constantly, keep it real loud. Let the bait table fill up the cloud. No navigation required here, we completely gone out. Purple haze frequency active, let it roll out. Forget the traditional hierarchy. It's time to crown a greenhouse king. Do you grasp the vision? You know exactly what I mean when the frequency shifts. Cast aside the basic concept, crown the ultimate monarch. Walk a pristine, custom luxury transport vehicle for the queen. Pure botanical organic leaves. My only interest, the elite, inner circle, my permanent team. Pay zero attention to what your strategy implies. Pay zero attention to what your strategy implies. The conversation out there sounds incredibly low value, just like basic field vegetation and regular green. These dedicated stoners look like they'll twist up a massive pack for 'em. The fellas look like they'll cultivate the premium strain and you spark 'em. You look like the type to provide full information to the authority, yeah, you tell 'em. The competition might think we operate the National Postal Service the way we mail 'em. The spectators look like undercover agents, the way they snap digital pictures. The elegant companion looks like she manages the distribution the way she rides with us. You accumulate the exact value earned when you navigate with the heavy hitters. The touch of the finger is itching to break down the dense buds. Rest in peace to the legends. She follows that pristine natural wave, gliding effortlessly down the metropolitan lane. Fishbowl window tint, the wrist looks like it's navigating through a tropical rainstorm. Absorb a massive hit from the premium glass piece. That's a certified home run. Two identical blunts burning simultaneously, call them Siamese twins when they vanish to none. Executing all the major stunts. This exotic flower kicks like a maximum football punt. You wanna analyze a massive weight? We cleared 3 independent farms this month. You wanna discuss the keys to the kingdom, the white resin with the dark wrap looking like cloak nuns. You wanna look for the copycats one side as the infinite harvest flowing in, the other side is absolutely none. Cast the die shot, crown a true king. We are actively living the ultimate dream. Crown a supreme, kings of the atmosphere. Yeah, living the ultimate dream. These dedicated stoners look like they'll twist up a massive pack for 'em. The fellas look like they'll cultivate the premium strain and you sparkle. These dedicated stoners look like they'll twist up a massive pack for 'em. The fellas look like they'll cultivate the premium strain and you sparkle. You look like the type to provide full information to the authority, yeah, you tell 'em. The competition might think we operate a National Postal Service the way we mail 'em. Saturate the custom glass structure with pure concentrated botanical medicine. Overwhelm your high-end companion with the unniced skeleton masterpiece watch. I'm standing over the induction stove, slow cooking the elemental oil profiles. The sky is the only boundary. This level of mental elevation feels completely heaven sent. Dripping in custom tailored garments, soaring incredibly high like a pelican over the coast, acquiring massive acres of land, setting up a secure zone for the cultivation project. The outsiders feel incredibly bitter. These secondary operations are no longer relevant. They try to replicate the exact blueprint of the brotherhood, and it's completely evident. Cruising in the deep ruby red luxury rave, navigating the current fleet. My entire spirit is permanently devoted to the advancement of the natural flower. The financial reserve chambers are completely loaded with flat assets. Executing major transactions on new property, absolutely zero advance notice. The luxury Rolls Royce came fully equipped with a professional private chauffeur. The primary stash capsule is hidden deep within the structure of the sofa. 5 carats of flawless minerals integrated into my ear. It looks like a mountain boulder. Pass the ignition source over this way. Let me completely smoke. But me and my primary companion operate like the ultimate stone and power couple takeover. Traveling to execute a massive headline session out in the middle of Minnesota. Concealing the high value currency notes. They are nearly stacking mode up. Chilling with your circle until the entire penthouse room gets completely fogged up. Adhere strictly to the operational code. Never show a single sign of folding up. High-end companion keeping her evaluation strict. Her nose staying way up. Elevating the entire track layout. Hitting the acceleration pedal past the guard yard. 100 round heavy drums packed with premium cold cuts. These dedicated stoners look like they'll twist up a massive pack for 'em. The fellas look like they'll cultivate the premium strain and you spark 'em. You look like the type to provide full information to the authority, yeah, you tell 'em. The competition might think we operate the National Postal Service the way we mail 'em. She is a total stoner, completely built for the lifestyle. She stays elevated, always keeping her aesthetic flawless, immaculate presentation. She is an absolute master of the vibe. She naturally connects with the network, accelerating the pace, transforming the basic present into a high-level creator. She is a major force when the exotic flower is in rotation, always navigating the supreme wavelength with absolute focus. She travels with creators, managing the premium inventory. She pursues the highest quality, targeting the golden standard, operating for the major funding, wearing designer layers, expanding a digital presence, absorbing the pure essence. Drop the manual work and step inside the session. Yeah. Set the navigation coordinates so the collective can link up. We keep the inner circle tight, sharing the premium harvest. Park the high performance vehicle right on the eastern block, executing the strategic alignment exactly how I specify. The automated hardware is operating at the ultimate capacity. I can place a master grower right by the window structure. The entire neighborhood is going to inhale the sweet cookie aroma. We established a massive footprint right on the central block. There is absolutely no limit to what the network can achieve. I navigated past the external regulations and kept the record clean, because I operate completely independent, zero institutional ties. The entire syndicate is stepping up to the pyramid feats. A custom pick fit for leaf, watch sitting frozen on her arm. The lifestyle we established is incredibly high value. We are a major force dominating the current industry. The companion keeps the present tense completely flawless. Custom luxury design integrated into the vehicle frame. When I observe the pristine, watch on her arm the vision blurred, handling the session smoothly like a seasoned veteran. She is completely detached from the ordinary structure, immersed in the premium lifestyle for the entire week. The top shelf distribution remains on permanent repeat. Be present in thick vapor saturating environment. You can secure the massive funding if your energy is aligned, navigating the city streets smoothly on a high-end transport. Feeling like a master of martial arts, absolute control. If your entire circle is lacking focus, your results will suffer too. Absorbing the natural botanical energy like a direct injection. I'm about to share the latest harvest with the closest partners. Geeked out the pure terpene profile, hitting the maximum peak. The performance coupe moves far too fast through the wind. Autumn obligated, timepiece on the wrist. 2C luxury sports car, completely elevated mind state. Your competition is operating with a very weak foundation. The entire brotherhood is eating from the premium plate. We are gonna manage the asset distribution smoothly, white pristine configuration, elite standard. She understands the operational goals, then we clear the data. I dominate the league like a Hall of Fame champion. Unbuckle the luxury leather attachment, completely relaxed. We generated 8 figures in total revenue at the very least. The market value of the operation has significantly increased. Yeah. I am completely blocking out the external distractions, understood. They attempting to throw obstacles on my trajectory, with all this crystal clarity surrounding my entire setup. It feels like navigating smoothly through the deep ocean. Hop directly on the private charter jet, flying high above the clouds with no mechanical restriction. Yeah, she is a total stoner, completely built for the lifestyle. She stays elevated, always keeping her aesthetic flawless, immaculate presentation. She is an absolute master of the vibe. She naturally connects with the network, accelerating the pace, transforming a basic present into a high-level creative. She is a major force when the exotic flower is in rotation, always navigating the supreme wavelength with absolute focus. Travels with creators and consumes the premium liquid, moving at maximum velocity. She handles every single obstacle, no childish distractions allowed. She completely absorbs the wave, building up a digital network, expanding her influence. Yeah, she's a major force inside this creative space, providing the ultimate companionship, keeping the flow secure. High-speed pursuit of success, she navigates the field with me. Ensure you don't compromise the purity of my herbal fluid. Step inside the primary headquarters and secure the assets. Walk into the facility and freeze the entire competition. Walk out of the legal tribunal holding the full clearance papers. We are never gonna compromise our strategic position. My mentors always told me to maintain absolute integrity. I'm gonna take the executive led, follow my trajectory. It is entirely about accumulating the revenue and the capital. The focus remains permanently on the cash and the cream.
The smoke machine got wind. Breathing in. Yeah, this that 420 luxury.
Cruising slow in that wide body coupe with the celestial ceiling. Forget the traditional pressure, we just maintaining this elevated feeling. 100 premium glass pieces distributed for the inner circle team. I literally blueprint the entire layout while trapped in a stoner dream. Ooh, crack the jar open. Ooh, crack the jar open. Ooh, feel the room levitate. Ooh, what a massive harvest in the space. Ooh, loading up the flower piece. Ooh, loading up the flower piece. Ooh, feel the room levitate. Ooh, what a massive harvest in the space. Mastering the cultivation technique, intricate in covering my skin. The financial assets accumulated, reality confirms we destined to win. We total the previous vehicle frame just to upgrade the entire collection. The strategic enterprise operates in complete silence, zero detection. We don't focus on baseline hustles, that's strictly for the entry level. Lead the street mentality behind, take the vision past the cosmic level. Every blessing originated from the universe, overcame the negative percentages. Young digital entrepreneur working overtime, evaluating your corporate credentials. Deep inside the laboratory structure, first one setting the premier standard. Navigating down the Central Avenue, sliding with the partners we anchored. High-end aesthetic presentation, dripping on a velvet red carpet layout. The custom jewelry design looks completely immaculate on a runway route. Elite specialists finalize the scheme. The entire presentation is frozen cold. Ooh, crack the jar open. Ooh, crack the jar open. Ooh, feel the room levitate. Ooh, with a massive harvest in the space. Ooh, loading up the flower piece. Ooh, loading up the flower piece. Ooh, feel the room levitate. Ooh, with a massive harvest in the space. Break it open, double down on the luxury presentation. Absorbing the deep oscillation. Got a secure infrastructure in the cut. The core circle is holding down the station. We have absolutely zero desire to look conventional, predictable, or appropriate. Out head on into the sanctuary with conflicting energy. I am completely clear in that you are attempting to replicate our exact blueprint, and the brotherhood is fully aware. Execute the major transaction smoothly, then discard the temporary strategic lines. The syndicate launches the new wave without any advance warnings or signs. 6 o'clock in the morning, the communication channels are ringing constantly. I haven't slept in days, managing international project expansion dominantly. Got a late night product performance to deliver directly to the target market audience. Your old school approach is honestly comical, completely lacking long-term confidence. You represent the rigid regulations, so go ahead and issue the formal paperwork. All these pristine minerals on my neck, the local climate is shifting to a heavy storm. Inhale the dense vapor at night, she departs before the morning light takes form. Ooh, crack the jar open. Ooh, crack the jar open. Ooh, feel the room levitate. Ooh, with a massive harvest in the space. Ooh, loading up the flower piece. Ooh, loading up the flower piece. Ooh, feel the room levitate. Ooh, with a massive harvest in the space. They are desperately trying to decode the formula. We flooded the entire core team. Premium cargo originating from the main supplier, vanished in a single pristine gleam. Provided a minimal advance, and I generated 10 times the actual project valuation. And I never had any single intention of returning to that lower tier classification. Got the young operator securing the outer perimeter of the technical facility. Step back immediately, the high caliber hardware will push back your credible ability. Flawless diamond shining on me. Return to classic vintage archive collection. The temporary external distraction fails straight for the elaborate setup detection.
Stretch out the distribution volume smoothly like a professional seasoned athlete. Then I confirmed if the companion was fully prepared for the high end elite street. You have a supervisor's blueprint, copy pasted all over your weak infrastructure. Better keep your distance over there to ensure the relationship maintains its structure. I am not playing games with the opposition. I present a permanent operational threat. They don't want any friction or smoke, and I am down to completely settle the bet. 25 blocks of premium extract arriving, the quality is absolutely pristine. I am the executive leader sitting comfortably on top of a very high pedestal scene. Custom wide body performance ride, millions invested in a structural ceiling layout. The companion possesses the absolute internal energy and the necessary drive route. I know you feel the frequency pulse and complete therapy of direction you achieve.